Oh, good morning to you. The Daybreak Show rolls on. Good morning, Spencer.
Hey, good morning.
And CEO of the South Sound YMCA, Kyle Cronk in studio. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, both of you.
Gosh, we have got some big event, 18 months or so. I mean, it's been going on a long time. People have been working and talking about a Y in our community for a very long time, but in earnest, I'd say about 2 years or so. Today's a big day for you.
Today's a huge day. We're super excited. The volunteers are pumped. We get to raise a sign that says that the YMCA will be coming soon. We're going to do that today up at the site.
That's great.
We actually have an address now, 3101 Shelton Springs Road, which is super cool. So yeah, we're thrilled. The shopper, there's been so much outreach in this community supporting the project, obviously. The shopper's helping out. They donated the sign. We got Mason County Conservation District is helping put the sign up. So it's just super cool. Everybody's coming around, and we finally get to show the community that, hey, we something's happening.
There's lots of talk, and it was kind of down to the wire there as the legislatures were going back and forth. It was up until, basically midnight on closing day before we found out for sure that there was a bunch of monies available for the YMCA project. When you finally got the call on that one, or what was that like?
Well, there were text messages. I mean, I have to thank all of the elected officials, certainly Drew McEwen, Dan Griffey, Senator Sheldon, Julie Sun Nichols, the entirety of the volunteer effort. I mean, we were talking to every elected official that we could find. We had, back channels trying to talk to everybody to make sure that was going to happen. So super cool that it happened, and it literally was at midnight. I got a text that says, we're in. The BCF at $3.5 million, so that's super awesome. I mean, that's actually what made the project obviously move forward.
Over the top there. So as we see the sign being raised today at 11, that's pretty cool. 3101 Shelton Springs Road. Everybody going to remember that one for sure. What are the next steps moving forward for us in the community to eventually see eyes on what's going to be a great state-of-the-art YMCA in town?
Yeah, so I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we're still raising money.
Sure.
So, certainly a big deal. We got to raise a little bit more money, but we have enough to build what we're calling phase one of the full build out of the 42,000 square foot facility. So that's super exciting. We need to raise, we need to collect. There's pledges pending with foundations and stuff that'll happen over the next probably, 60 to 90 days. But really, we're doing a sort of a concurrent thing. We're raising the money. We're working with the city for the planning department. We're getting in. Our plans will be submitted by the end of the month or beginning of June. That process will continue to roll forward. So we're kind of transitioning from the fundraising into the construction phase. We're still on track to break ground fourth quarter. So we're thinking probably November, but it could be as early as October or as late as December. Probably a 12-month rough construction schedule. So we're thrilled. We're trying to change modes now and trying to figure out programming. So we're working with Shelton School District for a bunch of different programming that are not really, it's not necessary to have the building there, but it would coincide with the two.
Yeah, I've had the chance to talk with many community folks over the years here about this project, and one of the things that keeps coming back on this is that it's a generational change. We were talking about the downtown Olympia Y being 100 years old, that building there, and that's 4 generations of people that have benefited from the programs, the pools, the services, the strength training, all sorts of great things. And this, now if you game out 100 years from now, I mean, that is an amazing impact to not only Shelton, but the greater Shelton, Mason County area. It's got to be just real exciting to look at all the hard work you guys have put into get here.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, when this community looks back to what they did, say 50 years from today.
Sure.
I mean, they're going to look at that as this is one of many projects that launched this idea that, hey, there's nothing that you can't do here. All the money that is necessary to do anything, you have it in your community. There was a phrase that was coined in this thing called the collective community confidence. And I think that this project, along with the passing of the bond, Sierra Pacific coming in town and doing what they're doing, Green Diamond. I mean, all of those things, Mason General Hospital, Olympic College, all of these things are the wins that make other projects move forward.
Sure.
And this is just one of them. and we're happy to be a part of it.
Well, it'll be great to add to the fold to the South Sound YMCA, the Shelton Y at southsoundymca.org. Also on Facebook, we'll put the links to that. And it's not just, as I mentioned, the swimming and the strength training and all the great programs that are available to be used within those facilities, but you guys do a lot also in the community. The Fun Run was just a couple weeks back, and all across Olympia there, they have kids' nights out for folks to get involved. And in addition to that, great volunteer opportunities for folks in the community to give back. And I've been a Y person for my whole life. I did Y camp when I was in elementary and middle school, and Kaiser's in swim lessons. He's got swim in the night, and so it's a big deal. My dad taught Y swim lessons at the Brig, so it's a big deal for us to hear about this in the community. And these are the types of anchor points, like you were saying, that really show folks, man, we do have positive. We have something
certainly
going on.
Yeah.
We're doing great things in the community.
No doubt about it. People are going to want to come move here. They want to raise families here. I mean, this is a place to be. There's no doubt about it.
It's very cool. Well, it's been a long time coming, and 11 o'clock is the sign raising, 3101 Shelton Springs Road. That's the address.
Woo!
For the Shelton Y. Good to see you, Kyle.
Good to see you both.
Thanks for coming in.
You have a good one today.
Yeah, you too.